close, use good body mechanics, and see what's going on the next step. Okay. What if I can't do that by myself? Get another person, I'll show that in just a little bit. Now we need to go down from the curve. Is it easier, do you think, going forward or backward to go down? Backwards. You sure, Jay? I'm not. Okay, but you're right. Going backward is a lot easier. You can't see, but I've got my thigh in here. I'm in really close. I'm going to let her down gently. I'm not going to let her bump down. And I'm going to keep your tip back. Use my tipping bar to let her down really gently. Without pressure. Okay, so that's the easy way to go up and down a curve. Now we're going to show the more difficult way, because that's what we're going to do when we go up and down the stairs. All right, so we're going to go up the curve backwards. I don't put anti-tippers. We'll see if they're in the way. I'll tip you backwards. Okay. So I've got to tip her backwards first, and then I'm going to come right up to the step, and the tipping bars are in the way, so I'm going to take them off. Right up. Pull her up. Oh! All right. I was able to do it. What if I can't do it though? Which I'm going to do in just a minute. Okay? I'm going to take her down forward now, which is the more difficult way. It's the way we do it on the steps. Okay? And can Jenny do anything to help me, your baby? Put your hands on the wheels if she's able to. Kind of slow things down. Okay? I'm going to keep you tipped backwards. Let me go for it. That's it. And just kind of control it as we go down. I don't want to let her drop, okay? So I'm getting real close. Let her down gently. Okay, Jay's going to help me to get up. Where should Jay grab the wheelchair? Basic principle is something that's not going to move. Should he grab the armrest? No. Because that could just come off, right? Should he grab a leg rest? No. That can move. All right. Should he stick his hand on the wheel? That's going to move. So where can he grab? Well, you get
the other handles.
You can grab one of the other handles if you can. There's also bars down low that you can grab. And actually, a good way to do it is to have one hand on the handles and then one hand on one of the bars that's solid down here to help. Okay. Take you backwards. Right next to the curve. All right, Jay, can you find a good place to grab, please? Yep, let's do one side. Okay. All right, I'll tell you what, put one hand there and put one hand over here. Good body mechanics. Great, ready? 1, 2. Oh, that was a lot. Okay, but still not enough. Set. Come on over here. And why don't you grab the other side? Same sort of thing. Let her down nice and gently, okay? Okay, now what we're going to do is the same thing on the stairs. So I need to get to the stairs over there, please. And you're going to do this outside on the steps in front of the building. So we need to clear all that out, please. Okay, so when you're doing this outside, I'll be out there too. In the front of the building, you're going to do it 2 people helping. All right, so you have 1 person here and then 1 person on each side. And we don't have as much room here, but let's see if Jay can help me a little bit with this. Are we going to go frontward or backwards?
Backwards.
You got to go back. You cannot go frontwards up a step. So that's why we just practiced it over there. All right. I took you backwards. All right. Jay, can you get on one side? Are you able to do like we did before? Is there enough room there?
Not up the stairs, probably.
Okay.
Did you grab both bars at the bottom?
Let's go ahead and let go up here and see if you can just hold on there. Yeah, you can have a hand right here.
Where do you want me?
Just on the side right there. All right, you have a good biomechanics. On 3, we're going to go up 1 step. 3, 1, 2. Oh, I can do
A little bit outward, huh?
All right. Let's see, Seth, can you help over here? Try to get on the other side. See if you can get one hand. All right, up 1, 3, 1, 2. Oh, that was a lot easier. All right. You guys got room there? 1, 2, 3. Okay, hook one more. Okay. 1, 2. Kind of a tight squeeze. There we go. Oh, that was a lot easier. All right. Okay, we're going to go down. You ready? Just 1 step at a time. And the person back here needs to take charge. So ready? 1, 2, 3. Position. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay. And it's 1, 2, 3. Slow her down, John. Very nice. Good. All right. Okay, so you want to practice on the curve, going up and down, forward and backwards, both ways. And then you want to practice going up and down the steps, going up which way?
Backwards.
Backwards. Going down which way?
Forward.
Forward. Make sure you have 2 people helping when you do that. By the way, why are we doing this?
Because we'll be doing this in order of location.
Possible. Okay, good. Possibly. And I meant to project something that showed a handout I gave a patient at Baptist once that explained how to go up and down curbs and stairs in a wheelchair because a family member was taking the patient home in a wheelchair. So this is a possibility that you would have to teach someone how to do this. Okay. What else is on the sheets there? So we did curbs, we did stairs. Did I say ramp? Okay. All right, which way should I go? Forwards or backwards?
Forwards.
Forwards would make sense. If she's facing down, there's more chance for her to fall out of the chair. Okay, and you have to do kind of a little wheelie first. I'm going to tip you back, okay? Get the caster wheels on there, nice and gently. And then get in close and push her. Okay, down, forwards or backwards?
Backwards, ideally.
If I did it forward, I would need to tip her back, and it's going to be harder. So going backwards is a little bit easier with this. Okay. Right behind her. She goes off. Don't let her do that. Okay, and that should be it. Is that it? Okay, thank you very much. Let me just check the sheet on that. So curves, steps, ramps, and inclines. Anything to clarify about that? Okay, you flip it over and you go to the independent functional activities. All right, we're not going to do today letter G, H, I, and J. G, H, I, and J. You'll do that later with Mr. Pickens and Neuro. So we're going to do basically C and D, because we did the other ones last time. All right, so independent means you're in a wheelchair. Josh, I'll move that chair, please. So So most of these will be easier on one of the sports chairs. Okay, so practicing going up and down a curve. This is not easy to do. Make sure someone's spotting you when you do it. So when you get them, it's very difficult to do on our higher curves because they're at right angles, not like a real curve. So it's very hard to go up and down those steps. So I would just practice on the little curve here. The first you got to do wheelie. Get your hamster wheels on there without slamming them down, and then push up on the curve. Okay, going down, it's easier going backwards and do a wheelie and come off of there. But you'll see on your notes, I think, also is going down the curve forward. So that's a little bit more tricky, so if we can do that. That works very smooth. Okay. Josh, will you move this wheelchair around the way, please? Going up and down the ramp, please be very, very, very careful with this. This is where students are constantly falling backwards. So you really should have a spotter when you do this. So when you go up the curve, again, try not to bang on the curve, but do a wheelie and then let yourself down that way. And then you got to really lean forward as you push up the curve. And then should I go down frontwards or backwards if I'm in the chair by myself?
Front.
Yeah, front forwards. Now be very careful turning around up here too. It's very difficult, not much room to turn. So be careful with that. So when you're going down, you have to lean which way?
Backwards.
You lean more backwards to get your center of gravity back further. Use your hands as a brake to let yourself down gently. Okay, so one more time. Really, that was too loud. Lean forward. Make sure you're leaning forward as you're going up. Be careful turning at the top, and then lean backwards as you go down. Use your hands as a brake. I think that might be it. Yep. Okay. Any questions? You're going to be in your same groups of 4 or 5. So what I'd like to do is, let me show one more thing with the ramp. If somebody had hemiparesis and had to go up a ramp, try going up backwards would be easier in this case. So this would be kind of a special case. It's almost impossible to try to go forward with just one side working. By going downwards, it would be forward. You can use your hand and your foot to slow yourself down. Okay. Otherwise, if you're just in a sports chair, somebody has paraplegia, they'll go up forwards and downwards. Okay? Anything to clarify? So you want to do all those things. Let's do this first. Let's get your groups.